Christmas night in the strict HOA luxury hotel feels like a movie scene mixed with cold heart reality. Golden lights hanging like stars from the ceiling, shining glasses full of expensive drinks, couples laughing like everything in the world is perfect, violin music floating like soft wind, and staff walking fast, trying to smile like machines, checking every detail of guests, every chair angle, every napkin fold. The lobby looks like a palace, marble floors reflecting crystal chandeliers like diamonds fallen from the sky. Outside, the street is glowing with decorations, fake snow at the entrance, people taking pictures for social media to show they had a perfect Christmas. In a world that looks so beautiful, some stories still hurt quietly. A small bus stops near the hotel gate, opening its door with a loud air sound, and a woman steps out. Her name is Liana. Her eyes carry tiredness deeper than her age, her cheeks red from cold wind, her hands shaking slightly as she fixes her borrowed dress. She is late, breath short from running, her old shoes wet from puddles, her small bag hanging from her shoulder like it is heavy with more weight than just items. Her dress is simple blue, not expensive, not shiny, the kind someone would lend to a friend for one night, hoping she feels special even if the world treats her small. She pushes her hair behind her ear, holding a small gift box in her hand, wrapped carefully with cheap paper but tied with love. It contains something small but meaningful. She made it herself because she cannot buy anything expensive. Her blind date is waiting inside, at least she hopes he is. This is her first blind date in years. She dreamed of Christmas dinner where someone looks at her like she matters, where she doesn't feel like a tired mother fighting alone. Her child is at home with neighbor auntie who agreed to babysit for 2 hours. Liana promised she will return soon, and whispered to her little daughter sleeping with small toy in arms, "Mama will come back." Inside the lobby, the moment she enters through the door, everything changes. People look up from their chairs, eyes scanning her clothes, shoes, hair, like they can smell poverty through fabric. A group of rich women whisper, laughing behind glasses. One says quietly, "She must be lost." The manager walks fast toward her, his smile fake, sharp, his voice coated with politeness that hides judgment like poison under sugar. "Good evening," he says, staring at her dress. "This event is reserved for premium guests." Liana nods, smiling softly. "I have a table reserved." Blind date. She says the last words with small excitement in her voice, like someone holding simple hope. The manager types quickly on his screen, eyes moving down the reservation list, his voice cold. "Your table is in the waiting list area. But your guest is not here yet. You can wait outside." His tone has no kindness. Liana feels breath heavy in her throat. She looks around, nobody sitting alone in waiting area. Only luxurious coats hanging on chairs like owners are in a different world. She tries calling her date again. No answer. The manager repeats, more directly now, "Outside please. We cannot let non-checked guests wait in the main dining area. Dress code." Those last words cut deeper than they sound. Dress code is just another way of saying, "You don't belong here." Liana whispers softly, "Okay," picking her small gift tighter in hand, trying not to show tears. She walks out the main door again, the cold wind hitting her face like reality waking her from a dream she made in her mind for a week. Outside the hotel entrance, she sits on a stone bench near the gate, snowflakes falling lightly from fake machines above, mixed with cold winter air. Her hands are freezing but she opens the gift box to check it again, not because she doubts it, because she wants to feel like she tried her best. Inside is a handmade leather keychain with initials she guessed her date might like. She painted small stars on it last night after her daughter slept. It is not perfect, lines shaky, paint a little uneven, but it carries hours of love. She closes the box slowly and hugs it to her heart. Christmas music from inside floats out, reminding her of a world where everything looks easy. She takes a deep breath and tries to control tears building in her eyes. She says to herself, voice trembling, "It's okay. Maybe he is stuck in traffic." She tries to smile, but lips shake. Her phone screen shows time, 9:12 p.m. She was supposed to reach at 8:30 p.m. 1 hour late. The reason is her daughter cried when she left. She cleaned spilled milk. She waited for the neighbor, the bus was slow. Life of a poor mother is always slower than time. As she wipes her tears, a black luxury car stops near the bench, its engine humming like a quiet beast. The car is expensive, but looks simple from outside. No shiny details, dark glass windows hiding whoever sits inside. After a second, the door opens and a man steps out. He wears humble clothes, dark sweater, simple jacket, jeans, plain shoes. Nothing about him screams money, but the way he stands shows he never fears anyone. His face is calm, eyes warm, hair slightly messy from wind, and a small smile tries to form as he looks at her. He sits next to her without asking, keeping a respectful distance, his voice soft, cold night. She wipes her eyes quickly, trying to hide that she was crying. Yes. Christmas night looks beautiful, but cold hurts more. The man removes his jacket and places it on her shoulders gently. She looks at him surprised. No, I can't. You will get cold. He shakes his head. I'm okay. She pulls jacket around herself like it is more than just warmth. It is kindness she did not expect. Wind moves quietly between them. They sit without talking for a minute. Liana feels like speaking, because silence sometimes makes tears louder. She asks softly, "Are you waiting for someone too?" He nods, staring at lights without blinking. Yes. I wanted to meet someone. To know who they are when nobody is watching. Liana nods, not understanding fully, but feeling something sincere in his tone. She starts talking slowly, words coming out like pieces of truth she kept for months. I have a little girl at home. She is 4. I work in 2 places, cleaning service morning and grocery packing evening. Sometimes I sleep only 4 hours. But this blind date, I thought maybe someone will see me as a woman, not just a tired mother. Her voice cracks on last words. The man listens, eyes kind, not judging, only feeling her pain like he has known it somewhere in another life. She smiles small. I came late because my daughter cried when I left. She thinks Christmas means mothers should stay. She laughs softly at her own story, wiping tears that fall without permission. The man says nothing, but she feels listened in a way she never felt before. She keeps talking. I wanted one peaceful night. One dinner, like movies. With candles. With nice music. And someone looking at me like I matter. Her voice drops to whisper, but I don't belong inside. The man looks at her deeply, like seeing something beautiful hidden in her sadness. He asks gently, why do you think you don't belong? She shrugs. My dress is borrowed. My shoes old. People inside are rich, perfect. He shakes head slowly. Perfect outside is easy. Perfect heart is rare. She looks at him, eyes confused. Are you a driver here? He smiles for the first time. Small and real, something like that. She laughs a little, embarrassed. Sorry. I just thought. The car looked expensive. Inside the hotel window, on the 3rd floor, a private hall has glass wall. Behind it, a group of rich men sit at a long table decorated with gold plates and tall candles. They are business partners, investors, leaders of HOA communities. One of them sits at the head, wearing suit, wristwatch shining under crystal light. His name is Adrian Shaw, CEO of Shaw Holdings, owner of multiple real estate projects, including the hotel they are sitting in. He is powerful, respected, feared in business circles, known for building luxury communities where rules are strict and value is control. But tonight, Adrian is not enjoying Christmas. His eyes are fixed outside, staring through the window at the woman on the bench wearing his jacket. His breath is slow, his fingers curled around a glass he doesn't drink. Beside him, other men discuss deals, laugh loudly, clink glasses, celebrate profits from HOA expansion. Adrian hears nothing. His mind is outside, with the poor mother talking to a stranger she believes is just a driver. He had arranged this blind date secretly. He told his assistant to set a date without revealing his identity. He wanted to meet someone without his name, without his power, without his wealth. Someone who treats him as human, not as opportunity. But when Liana entered, she was humiliated before he could even come down. He did not expect the manager to treat her like that. He wanted to test her, not break her. So when she walked outside, he left his business table, went to meet her as a driver, a silent test. But now, watching her speak honestly about her struggle, something changes inside him. The test becomes pain. He did not expect to hear about the daycare closed because of HOA rules he signed without reading deeply, rules that hurt mothers like her. Every word she speaks becomes a mirror showing his success built on someone's suffering. He looks at her face, her eyes full of tired dreams, and he knows she is the kind of person the world tries to hide because she makes power look ugly. His assistant leans close, whispering, "Sir, Mr. Bramson wants to know if the expansion meeting continues." Adrian doesn't move his eyes, replies quietly, "Tell them to continue without me." The assistant nods, leaving. Other men stare in confusion. CEO leaving mid-deal? But Adrian walks toward the elevator, heart heavy in chest. Legs moving like truth is pulling him downstairs. Outside, the wind grows colder. But Liana feels warmer because the jacket smells like comfort she never knew. Gentle, clean, soft. Like someone cares without asking anything in return. She says softly, "I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Maybe because you don't know me. Maybe because your face looks kind." He smiles shy again. She continues, "Sometimes, love feels like a dream for people like me. Rich people love with ease. Poor people love with risk. Maybe I risked too much tonight." He shakes his head gently, "Maybe tonight will surprise you." She laughs, "I don't think so. My date doesn't even answer." She holds the small gift tight, whispering to herself, "I should go home." She stands slowly, dusting her dress. But he stands too, stopping her softly with words, "Wait a little more." She looks at him confused. Why? He is not coming. He looks at her with eyes that know her date is sitting upstairs, but he cannot say yet. He says simply, "Because some decisions are slow, especially good ones." She sits again, looking at Christmas lights, small tears still forming, but smile trying to live. He sits beside her, maybe closer this time. Snow falls again. Time stops for a small second. Behind the glass, Adrian stands silently, watching his own reflection mixed with her sitting outside. He whispers to himself, so soft nobody hears, "She didn't leave." His heart moves slower, like something heavy melting. Cliffhanger builds quietly, not with thunder, but with a truth nobody knows except the audience. The man sitting beside her is the CEO she came to meet. The driver she trusts is the millionaire who created the rules that hurt her life. The stranger offering his jacket is the man who secretly wanted to test kindness and ended up meeting the woman who will change his understanding of love forever. One last moment in the night holds everything. She looks at the stars and says softly, "This Christmas, I wanted one miracle." He looks at her face glowing in cold moonlight and replies with quiet voice, "Maybe the miracle is already here." Cold wind moves around the stone bench like invisible hands touching everything that hurts. Liana holds the small gift box tight against her chest, her fingers frozen, her heart slowly breaking into pieces she tries to hide behind small smiles. The man beside her sits quietly, his silence heavy with understanding she cannot see yet. Streetlights glow on the snow like stars fallen from the sky. Christmas music from inside the hotel plays softly, sounding beautiful for people with warm hands and ugly for people waiting outside with shaking hearts. Cars come and go, rich couples step out laughing in long coats, women holding designer bags, men holding expensive perfumes, nobody noticing a poor mother hugging her hope like a blanket. She whispers half to herself, half to the wind, "I shouldn't have come. I don't belong here." The man turns his head slowly, his eyes gentle like someone who has seen the world from inside big walls and knows outside is softer even when it hurts. His voice is low, almost a whisper meant only for her ears. "Tonight you belong more than anyone inside." She gives a weak laugh, the kind people give when they don't believe compliments. "I came late to my own date. Who waits an hour?" The man looks forward again, his jaw tight, because he did wait. He waited all night, and watching her cry outside broke something in him he did not know existed. Inside the hotel window, lights blur under his reflection. A waiter pours red wine for businessmen who talk about profit like charity, about development like kindness, about HOA rules like safety. Adrian's empty seat at the head of table makes other men uncomfortable. They do not know their king is sitting outside like a common man. They do not know his heart moved from marble floor to cold bench. Liana shivers quietly. He notices her fingers shaking under the jacket, but she tries to hide it, rubbing her palms together like someone trying to start fire from hope. He takes a deep breath, his instinct to protect stronger than his plan to test. He speaks softly. Do you want to go inside just to warm up? She shakes her head immediately, her eyes dropping. No, I will get insulted again. They think poor people don't deserve heat. Her words hit harder than any truth he heard inside boardrooms. He has signed contracts worth millions without thinking about small heaters in daycare centers his rules shut down. Now one sentence shows him what his empire costs. He tries again, voice quiet. If I go with you, they won't say anything. She smiles slowly, tired. You are kind, but you are just a driver. They don't respect you either. He feels a pain in his chest, not because she thinks he is a driver, because she believes kindness is powerless against big rooms. He nods gently, hiding his secret behind eyes that know everything, and says calm. Maybe being a driver is better than being a man who watches someone cry and does nothing. She turns to him, eyes wet, her voice breaking. Why are you kind to me? He doesn't answer directly. He stares at lights in her eyes and says, because no one was kind to my mother when she needed it. Her breath stops. She looks at him differently now, not as stranger, but as someone who carries pain inside too. She whispers, your mother. He nods, his voice a memory opened. She was strong. But she lived in a world that respected money more than motherhood. His words shake her heart, because they feel written for her life. Silence sits between them like a soft pillow. Two souls who were supposed to meet in a decorated hall are now sitting on a cold bench outside a rich kingdom, learning each other through pain, not menus. Liana smiles small. Your mother must be proud of you. He looks sideways, his voice slow. Maybe. But I became someone she feared the world would turn me into. She frowns, confused. What do you mean? He doesn't answer now. Some truths need time. She checks her phone again. Screen shows missed call from neighbor auntie. She freezes, heart jumping with fear. She stands fast. I need to call my daughter. He stands too, moving close but with respect. She calls back, her voice shaking. Is she okay? The old woman on phone laughs lightly. She is sleeping like angel. Merry Christmas, Beta. Liana's shoulders relax like mountains falling off her back. She smiles, whispering thank you again and again. She puts phone down, breath trembling. Sorry. I panicked. The man smiles softly. Mother's panic. It's love. She sits again, calmer now. He sits too. She looks at the small gift box on her lap. He looks at it too. He asks softly, what did you bring? She blushes slightly. Something small. Handmade. Not perfect. He leans a bit closer, eyes warm. Those are the best gifts. Perfect ones come without effort. She laughs quietly. You talk like someone who knows expensive gifts. He smiles. I have seen many expensive gifts. They never feel like this. She touches the box softly, her voice sad, but he won't receive it. Her eyes fill again, but she fights tears, breathing slow. Time passes like slow snow. Lights from hotel glow golden around them. People inside live a different Christmas. Fake stars, fake smiles, fake joy. Outside, two strangers live real Christmas. Cold wind, broken heart, simple kindness. Suddenly, the hotel door opens loudly. The manager steps out, looking around like he lost something expensive. Then his eyes fall on the man sitting on bench. His face changes immediately, like he just saw a ghost wearing casual clothes. He walks fast, bending slightly. Sir, why are you outside? We couldn't reach you. His voice shakes with fear. Liana looks confused. Why is manager afraid of a driver? The man looks at the manager with controlled anger hidden behind calm tone. I told you to treat every guest with respect. Not only the ones wearing diamonds. The manager doesn't know what to say. His lips tremble. I didn't know she was with you. The man's eyes become colder. You should treat people nicely even when they are alone. One sentence hits cruelty harder than loud shouting. The manager sweats, nodding, stuttering apologies. Liana watches this like watching a scene she can't understand. She whispers, "What is happening?" The man turns to her, his voice gentle again, very different from tone he used on manager. "Come inside with me." She steps back small, scared. "No, they will insult me again." He shakes head slowly. "No one will insult you again. Not tonight." He stands, extending his hand, not touching her, waiting like someone who respects choice. Her heart shakes. She looks at his hand, then at door, then at gift box. She whispers to herself, "Miracle." Then she places her hand in his. They walk toward entrance. Manager opens door fast, bowing slightly. Servants look confused. Guests turn heads. Whispers begin. Liana walks inside holding the jacket around her shoulders. She feels millions of eyes judging her, scanning her borrowed dress, her cheap shoes, her rough hands. But the hand holding hers gives strength bigger than fear. He walks with quiet authority, without raising his voice, but everyone moves for him like sea opening for ship. A woman sitting nearby whispers to her friend, "Who is she?" Another replies, "Someone important. Look who she is with." But nobody knows truth yet. A group of business partners stand shocked as their CEO enters the hotel lobby wearing simple sweater, without security, holding hand of a poor woman. The assistant runs fast, trying to take control, whispering, "Sir, they are waiting upstairs." Adrian looks straight, his voice calm, "They can wait." The assistant steps back, confused but obeys. Liana still doesn't understand. She stops near Christmas tree, pulling her hand away gently, whispering, "I don't know why they look at you like that." Adrian looks at her with truth almost breaking through his silence. He is about to speak, to reveal everything, when loud voices rise from the upper floor. The group of business partners step down the stairs. They look at Adrian, then at Liana, eyes full of shock. One of them speaks, voice loud, trying to sound casual, "Adrian, who is this?" Liana hears the name and freezes. Adrian. The name she saw in blind date confirmation email. The name she dreamed about. The name she waited for 1 hour outside. Her breath stops. It is like world flips upside down for one moment. Wind leaves her lungs. Her heart hits ribs. She steps back, small, whispering, "Adrian." He looks at her, eyes soft, "Yes." Her mind races. The driver is CEO. The stranger is her date. The kindness was real. The test was secret. Everything she believed about tonight changes in 1 second. She feels tears burning, not pain tears, confusion tears. She whispers, You are my blind date." He nods, small smile. "I wanted to know who you are without my name." Her heart breaks in new way, not because he lied, because he trusted her heart more than her clothes. Before she can speak, one business partner laughs loudly, trying to hide jealousy. "Adrian, you brought a waitress to Christmas dinner." The laugh echoes like slap. Liana shakes, humiliation returning like wave. Adrian's eyes turn sharp. He steps forward, his voice like cold fire. "She is the mother who raised a child alone while you laughed at charity banners. Respect her." The room freezes. He continues, voice steady like steel. "And this is the woman I waited for. All night. Without a single complaint." Liana's eyes fill again, but this time tears are different. Mixed with shock, gratitude, fear, hope. Her legs feel weak. She whispers, "Why? Why would you wait for me?" Adrian breathes slow, his answer simple, raw, truth pulled from heart. "Because the moment I saw you sit outside alone, I knew one thing." He steps closer, his eyes deep. "You value love more than luxury." Her lips tremble. She whispers, voice shaking like leaf, I thought I don't belong here. Adrian shakes his head slowly. People inside don't belong without kindness. You belong everywhere. A couple nearby stares in disbelief. Manager tries to speak but words don't form. Music plays softly again. Violin notes like slow rain. Liana stands in middle of rich lobby wearing borrowed dress and holding handmade gift like world finally sees her. Not through price, but through pain and dignity. She looks at the small box. Her voice breaks. I made something for you. But it's small. He holds her hand, his voice soft, then it is perfect. She opens box slowly. He sees the keychain, her careful paint lines, tiny stars. He holds it like treasure, his eyes soft like memory of mother. He whispers, "This is the best Christmas gift I ever received." Her tears fall. She covers her mouth. Inside her heart, something happens. Pain melts. Hope wakes. For first time in long time, she feels seen. Not judged. Seen. She whispers, "This Christmas was miracle." Adrian smiles softly. You arrived late to date, but right on time for destiny. Snow falls outside again, but now it feels warm. Camera light blinks silently from the upper balcony, unseen by Adrian and Liana, like a small red eye recording the moment where two worlds touched. A poor single mother standing beside the CEO of a luxury empire. The woman recording smiles with jealousy hidden under her expensive makeup, her eyes sharp like knives shaped by pride. She whispers to her friend, "Tomorrow morning, everyone will know what kind of woman he chose." She posts the video to a private HOA group with one caption, "Christmas Scandal," and presses upload. Inside the lobby, everything moves slow for Liana. She feels the ground under her shoes like it is trembling softly, not from fear now, but from disbelief that someone waited for her. Someone who listened to her story without looking away. Someone who wore simple jacket just to understand her better. Her heart feels heavy and light at the same time. Heavy with years of pain. Light with one moment of kindness. People around stare, eyes like glass windows, showing judgment and surprise in equal measure. Adrian doesn't care about their eyes. For the first time in years, his silence becomes protection, not power. He says nothing to them, only looks at Liana, his voice soft, "Do you want to stay for dinner?" She hesitates, her eyes lost between doubt and dream. Like this? Dressed like this? He shakes his head gently, "You are perfect like this." One sentence breaks shame like thin glass. She nods slowly. He takes her hand again and leads her through the lobby. Manager walks fast, frightened. "Sir, the VIP hall is ready. We reserved the private chamber." "Should I?" Adrian stops him with one look that says everything. "Respect her quietly or leave." Manager steps back, bowing. "Yes, sir. Of course." They walk toward the elevator. Liana's steps are slow, like she is trying to memorize each second. Because moments like this don't happen twice in a poor woman's life. Inside elevator, she tries to breathe normally but her heart runs faster. She looks at her reflection in the shiny metal. Tired eyes, cheap lipstick, hair slightly messy, gift box gone from her hand, and Adrian standing behind her wearing simple sweater. Her reflection looks like dream fighting reality. She whispers, almost afraid to ask, "Why did you hide your name?" He looks at reflection too, his voice deep with sincerity. "Because my name creates noise. I wanted to hear your truth without noise." She feels tears again, the same tears she tried to kill all night. She whispers, "I thought you were a driver." He smiles with soft sadness. "I wish I could be. Drivers see more truth than CEOs." The elevator door opens into a private hall with warm golden light, soft carpet, white roses on tables, and outside the large window, city lights glow like stars fallen down to earth. A small corner table is set simply, 2 plates, 1 candle, nothing rich or overwhelming. Adrian arranged it before coming outside. He wanted Christmas dinner to feel like something real, not performance. They sit. Silence is first guest, not awkward silence, peaceful silence, like both are afraid words might break the feeling inside their chests. Adrian watches her hands, rough from work, small scars near fingers, nails clean but short, Signs of someone who washes dishes 1,000 times and wipes tears the same number. Her hands tell more story than her lips ever could. He speaks gently, "Tell me about your daughter." Liana smiles without thinking, like his question opened the brightest part of her heart. Her voice alive, "Her name is Sarah. She is everything." She laughs so loud that neighbors complain. She draws on walls. She calls clouds sky pillows. She laughs, remembering her child's silly jokes. Adrian watches her eyes shine with pure love. Love without price. He sees something he never saw in rich mothers in HOA communities. They love through gifts. She loves through sacrifice. She continues, voice soft, "I didn't plan to be alone. But life made me strong. I became mother and father for her." Adrian listens without interrupting, his eyes slowly filling with something he doesn't show often. Sorrow for someone else. He whispers, "You didn't become strong because you wanted to. You became strong because you had no choice." Liana's breath shakes. She nods, wiping a tear with small smile, "Yes." They eat slowly. He orders simple food, nothing fancy, nothing that makes poor feel poor. Soup and bread. Warm taste. She finishes half bowl, her eyes closing for 1 second because warmth feels like love when life is cold. Adrian watches gently. He remembers eating with his mother at roadside stalls when he was young, before money erased his memories with luxury. He feels his mother tonight through Liana, strength hidden behind silence. After some minutes, her phone vibrates again. She opens message. Neighbor auntie wrote, "She woke up crying once but slept again. Don't worry." Liana's hand shakes. Adrian sees that and whispers, "You can go if you want. No pressure." She shakes head. "No. She is safe. Tonight. I want to feel like a woman, not just a mother." He looks deep in her eyes, his voice like promise. "You are both. And both are beautiful." They eat in silence again until a sound breaks it. A loud gasp from someone near hallway. A woman looks at her phone screen, eyes wide. She whispers loudly to others, "Look, someone recorded Shaw with a poor woman." Phones around start buzzing. Screens light up. In 10 seconds, the private HOA channel is full of messages. A couple at corner stares at Liana with disgust. One man whispers, "She came to trap him." A woman laughs, "Christmas charity romance. Pathetic." Another says, "Single mother. She just wants his money." The words fly like arrows, sharp and poisonous. Liana hears whispers like thunder inside her chest. Her heart starts shaking again, the same shaking from the bench when she thought she didn't belong. Tears rise slowly. Adrian hears everything too. He knows this kind of war, reputation war. Rich people don't fight with hands, they fight with whispers. He leans closer and speaks softly so only she hears, "Look at me, not them." She tries, but tears fall anyway. Voices get louder. Phones record again. A group of businessmen stand near entrance. One voice sharp, "Adrian, you built the richest HOA community. And now this? A single mother with borrowed dress." Liana breaks. She stands quickly, chair shaking, "I'm sorry. I should not be here." She turns to leave, her hands shaking, her gift box memory burning inside chest. Adrian stands too, faster than anyone expected. He catches her hand gently but firm enough to stop her leaving. His voice becomes steel, every word a wall against those attacking her. She is exactly who should be here. Silence falls like thick curtain. Everyone turns. He looks at businessmen, voice cold but controlled. "You call her poor? She raises a child alone. She works 2 jobs. She sacrifices sleep for love. That is wealth." A woman scoffs, "She's using you." Adrian steps forward, his jaw tight. "If she wanted money, she would have lied about her life. She told me truth. Truth is rare here." He pulls her chair gently and says, "Sit." She sits slowly, tears falling without wiping. Adrian sits beside her, not across, signaling to everyone he is on her side. He looks at crowd again, voice dangerous in calmness. "You wear diamonds. She wears responsibility." And you call her weak? The room feels like storm trapped in glass. One businessman tries again. Adrian, HOA shareholders are watching. This will look bad. Adrian laughs softly, bitter smile. Let them watch. Let them see what real value is. His assistant approaches quickly, whispering, "Sir, the video is viral in HOA channels. They are asking questions." Adrian nods, his decision already made. Good. I will answer them myself. He stands, looks at Liana, his voice gentle now, like moon after storm. Do you want to leave? She shakes head slowly, eyes full, voice cracking. If I leave now, I will always run from places like this. I don't want my daughter to learn fear. Adrian smiles softly, proud, then stay. She sits straighter, breathing deep like someone preparing for battle without weapons. Adrian sits beside her. People whisper again, slowly softer now, like shame moved from her to them. Waiters bring food quietly, heads down, scared of anger. Liana holds spoon tight, trying to stop her hands from shaking. Adrian leans close, voice soft enough to heal. Don't let their noise change your truth. She nods, tears drying slowly. She feels strength inside, not loud, not angry. Quiet strength, like a mother fighting through nights without help. In that moment, she is not invisible anymore. She is not just poor. She is not just late. She is not someone crying outside luxury building. She is someone who made a CEO defend her dignity, made whispers turn into questions, made Christmas become real for a man who forgot what love looks like. Dinner finishes. People leave slowly, confused, shaken, thinking about their own pride. Adrian walks her to entrance. Snow falls like soft cotton from sky. Cold air touches cheeks. She stands near door, looking at decorations, fake snow around Golden Star. She whispers, "My life will change now. People will talk." Adrian nods softly, let them talk. Noise passes. Truth remains. She looks at him deeply, eyes shining with fear and hope mixed like two colors in one brush stroke. I don't want to be your mistake. Adrian breathes slow, his answer sincere. You are my reminder. She frowns. Reminder of what? He steps closer, voice almost whisper. That love grows in silence, not in rooms full of applause. Her eyes fill again, but this time tears fall softer, like they are washing old pain away. The hotel door opens for her. She steps out into Cold Street. Adrian stands behind glass, watching her walk like someone leaving dream. She walks fast, holding jacket around, heart full of everything and nothing. She doesn't know tomorrow everything will explode. HOA forums, neighbors, school mothers, all will speak her name with poison or praise. But one truth already changed her tonight. She sat at table she was never allowed to sit, defended by a man she thought was a driver, seen for her heart, not her shoes. Under snow, she whispers to herself, I will not run again. Lights behind her fade. Christmas music plays again. Morning sun rises slow like it also feels shock from last night. Snow outside the HOA luxury community looks clean and perfect, but screens inside hundreds of homes are dirty with gossip. Every phone glows with the same video, the CEO sitting beside a poor woman in cheap dress, talking like they are the only two people in rich world. Messages explode like fireworks in hands of people who love drama more than kindness. They pause the video again and again, zooming on her old shoes, her jacket, her smile half broken by fear, trying to find story to make themselves feel bigger. Some women in their perfect kitchens whisper, single mother, of course she wants money. Some men drinking coffee say, he destroyed our image. Neighbors forward the clip to each other, adding poison like spices in cheap tea. Late girl traps CEO, HOA scandal, blind date shame, single mother attack. They don't see what she really is, mother with courage, heart with truth. In the HOA office, the president, Mrs. Raymond, sits straight at her desk, watching the video with serious eyes. She is older, sharp, calm like someone who built her life through storms, not gossip. Her assistant stands behind, nervous. Board members are going crazy. They want emergency meeting. Mrs. Raymond pauses video at one moment. Adrian holding Liana's hand gently near the door. His eyes soft like man forgetting his own empire to protect someone small. She exhales slowly. Schedule the meeting. Tell them Adrian will be present. Assistant nods fast and leaves. Across the city, Adrian stands in front of mirror in his penthouse, wearing simple shirt, hair rough from no sleep. He didn't close his eyes all night. He kept replaying moments from last night. Liana crying outside, her smile under his jacket, her trembling hands holding gift, her voice telling story of daycare injustice, her fear when people whispered poison, her strength when she said she would not leave, the way she looked at him like she wanted to believe kindness exists. Every second burns inside him like truth. He looks at his face and sees two versions of himself. One rich without soul, one human without mask. His assistant knocks lightly. Sir, the HOA board scheduled emergency meeting at 12. Adrian nods, voice flat. I'll be there. Assistant hesitates. Sir, they want explanation about the woman. Adrian turns, his eyes sharp. They will get truth. Assistant nods, but worry stays in his face. Truth is dangerous in rooms full of pride. In a small old apartment on other side of city, Liana wakes with heavy head. She looks at phone and sees dozens of messages. Some from unknown numbers, some from neighbors, some from school mothers, all mixed like storm. She opens one, saw your Christmas scandal. Shame. Next, so this is how you chase rich men. Next, you embarrassed women like us. Tears build in her eyes fast. Her heart breaks not for herself but for her daughter, who will grow up hearing whispers. She puts phone down, hands shaking, feeling world pressing her like she is criminal for sitting next to man she didn't even know was CEO. Her daughter wakes up, rubbing eyes, smiling small morning smile that saves Liana's life every day. She crawls into her lap, voice sleepy, Mama, you came back. Liana hugs her so tight her arms hurt, whispering, yes baby. Mama always comes back. But inside her heart, she feels afraid. Afraid that world will not allow her to come back to dignity again. She prepares small breakfast, half bread, bowl milk, sugar, her daily routine. She doesn't know what to do next. She doesn't know Adrian has meeting today. She doesn't know big war is happening in rich rooms because of her name. She only knows she needs to walk her daughter to school and face mothers with eyes full of fire. At 8 a.m., she leaves home in cheap coat, her daughter holding her fingers. Outside school gate, some mothers stand in group, talking with fake whisper voices that are loud on purpose. One looks at Liana with smile made of knives. Good morning. Saw your Christmas gift. Others laugh. Liana keeps eyes down, kisses her daughter goodbye. As she walks away, she hears another woman say, she wants to become queen by crying. Liana stops, breath heavy like she is drowning in air, but she walks again. She refuses to answer gossip with pain. At 11:30, she sits on bus stop bench. Wind hurts her face. She holds jacket tighter around, the jacket Adrian gave last night. She closes eyes, trying to remember his voice telling her she belongs everywhere. She whispers to herself, believe it. But belief is heavy when world spits stones. Inside HOA headquarters, boardroom is full of voices louder than thunder. Men and women sit around long table like they sit on thrones of glass. Papers everywhere, phones buzzing. One man slams his hand, Adrian destroyed brand. Another shouts, he insulted shareholders. A woman says, he is marrying a poor single mom? This is madness. Think of reputation. Everyone argues, like vultures fighting over moral pieces they don't own. Mrs. Raymond enters quietly. Room falls silent instantly. She sits at head, eyes sharp, voice strong. Before noise starts again. Remember, this room should be for decisions, not gossip. People shift in seats. One lawyer stands, trying to sound calm. We have to control his behavior. This video makes us look cheap. Mrs. Raymond looks directly at him. You look cheap when you speak about a mother-like commodity. He sits quietly. Door opens. Adrian enters. Room changes shape in 1 second. Everyone sits straighter. He walks slowly, placing phone on table, eyes scanning faces. No suit today, no tie, nothing expensive. Simple shirt, no watch, hair messy, eyes tired. But his presence is heavier without armor. He sits, voice calm, start. Board members start talking all at once. Shouting, blaming, complaining, noise like storm. He raises one hand. Silence. He looks at Mrs. Raymond. She nods, allowing him to speak first. Adrian breathes slow. The woman you saw last night is Liana. She is a single mother. She works 2 jobs. She came late because she had to take care of her daughter. A man interrupts. We don't care why she came late. Reputation matters. Adrian looks at him, voice sharper. Reputation matters when it's honest. Yours is not. Room silent. He continues, I arranged a blind date. I wanted to meet someone without my name. Without money between us. Without judgment. Another board member scoffs. Then choose someone from your level. Adrian turns slowly, anger in eyes like knife wrapped in silk. My level? You think money is level? She has more strength than this entire table. Some faces turn red. Someone whispers, love story or charity project. Adrian's voice cuts that whisper like blade, respect story. Mrs. Raymond watches him closely. She sees something different today. Not CEO speaking. Man speaking. He leans forward, voice steady. And this board should know. Liana's struggle is product of our mistakes. We closed daycare under HOA rule. Mothers lost jobs. Children lost safe place. She was one of them. People lower eyes. Shame walks in room like invisible ghost. He takes phone, opens document from assistant, the financial record. He shows screen to board, and while she suffered, some members of board approved private pool from HOA community fund. One woman gasps. One man's face turns white. Mrs. Raymond looks at screen, reading numbers. She understands the scandal is not Liana. Scandal is board. Adrian speaks slow, each word like hammer. The world talks about her. But truth is, she is victim. And we are guilty. Room quiet now. No one wants to speak. He looks at them hard. You call her poor. But she is rich in something none of you understand. Dignity. Some board members look small now, like children caught stealing sugar. One angry member tries again, voice weak now. Still, she is not fit for CEO's image. Adrian closes eyes slowly, opens them with decision made deep inside heart. Then change the image. Not the woman. Gasps. Someone stands to protest. You cannot build brand on pity. Adrian stands too, taller now, voice deep. This is not pity. This is love. Love that doesn't need permission from your board. Word love hits room like explosion. Everyone looks shocked. Mrs. Raymond hides small smile. He says final line, quiet but powerful. The day we choose people for their heart, not their clothes, this community will become truly rich. Silence. No one breathes. Mrs. Raymond stands slowly, her authority louder than noise. Meeting decision. We support Adrian. We open daycare again. We audit accounts. We protect mother from harassment. And anyone who speaks against her publicly loses seat here. Faces drop. Meeting ends. People leave like ghosts. Some angry, some ashamed, some shocked, some scared, but all silent. Mrs. Raymond stays, watching Adrian. She speaks softly, you changed today. Adrian nods slowly. Last night, she showed me what we lost for success. Mrs. Raymond places hand on table gently. Protecting her won't be easy. Pride fights hard. Adrian looks at window, seeing snow outside, thinking of her walking alone to school, whispers behind her. He replies, then let pride lose. Meanwhile, Liana walks home alone from bus stop. Wind cold like judgment. She sees 2 women waiting near her building gate, arms crossed, faces ready to attack with words. One says loudly, you think you deserve CEO. Other adds, he will leave you tomorrow. Men like him don't keep girls like you. Liana feels tears burning her eyes. She tries to walk past, but one grabs her hand. Did you sleep with him in hotel? Liana's heart breaks again. Suddenly a car stops. Door opens. Adrian steps out, anger burning quiet in his eyes. He walks to women slowly, voice cold, you apologize. Women freeze, shocked. One tries to say something, but his stare cuts her voice. They step back, scared. Liana stands shaking. Adrian looks at her gently, his voice soft now, come with me. She shakes head, tears falling. No, people will talk more. He whispers, let them talk. Your truth is stronger than their gossip. She covers her mouth, crying. He wipes her tears with his thumb, tender like someone picking broken glass. She whispers, voice broken, everyone hates me. He shakes head, his answer deep. People hate what they don't understand. And they don't understand strength without money. She breaks inside and hugs him small. Not romantic hug, pain hug. He holds her like protection around heart. Tears fall on his shoulder. He whispers in her hair, I'm here. I won't run from this. Snow falls soft as he takes her home, sits with her child, plays with small toys, laughs like a man remembering childhood, makes little girl smile so big even walls of cheap apartment feel beautiful. That night, people talk even more on phones. But inside one small room, someone finally sleeps without fear. Liana sleeps on chair beside bed, watching Adrian telling fairytale to her daughter. Her eyes close slowly, tears drying on cheeks. She whispers before sleep takes her, thank you for waiting. He looks at her, voice soft like promise. For you, I would wait forever. Morning arrives like slow ache in the sky, pale sunlight touching the rooftops of the strict HOA community where everything looks perfect from far and broken from near. Houses stand in straight lines like they are soldiers, windows shining but hearts inside hiding sharp whispers. People who spent night gossiping now wear clean clothes and fake smiles for the open board meeting, ready to watch drama disguised as concern. Liana wakes up on the chair beside her daughter's bed, neck stiff, eyes swollen, heart heavy. She watches her child sleep peaceful, small hand holding toy, lashes full of dreams that are too soft for world waiting outside. Adrian sits on floor near bed, back resting against table, eyes closed for first time in many hours, his head tilted like someone who fought battles in silence. He fell asleep while telling fairytale because sometimes fairy tales are needed even for grown men who built kingdoms on stone. Liana stands slowly, covering her daughter with soft blanket. She looks at Adrian, the most powerful man she ever met, sleeping on hard floor in small apartment like it is the safest place in world. She feels something inside her breaking and repairing at same time. Pain that someone sees her worth and guilt that world will attack him for it. She goes to kitchen quietly, boiling water for tea with hands shaking from fear that she tries to hide. Cup rattles against counter. Adrian wakes with soft sound, eyes opening slow, mind still heavy from night. He sees her standing, back turned, shoulders tense, and he stands quietly, walking behind her. He says, voice gentle, you didn't wake me. She doesn't turn, you needed sleep. He steps closer but not touching, giving her space, you need strength today. Her breath breaks, she whispers, I don't have it. He answers soft, calm, truth, you do. I saw it last night. She shakes head, tears forming, people hate me, for sitting next to you. Adrian breathes slow, his words deep, people hate what scares them. You scare them because you showed their rules are weak. She turns now, eyes full of water, I am poor. They are rich. They have names. I have only shame. Adrian steps closer, his voice low like prayer. No. You have truth. Truth is heavier than gold. Tears fall from her eyes like she tried to hold them whole night and they broke free. He wipes her tears gently, not like owner comforting worker, but like man holding pain of woman he respects. He whispers, I will be with you today. Time moves like heartbeat, fast then slow. They leave apartment, walking to car. Liana wears simple coat, hair tied clean, face with no makeup except bravery. Adrian wears suit today, not for image, for message, to show entire board that she stands beside CEO, not behind. His driver opens door, but Adrian shakes head, opening door for her himself. Cameras click from far. Some neighbors gasp. Some whisper. Some record. At HOA headquarters, large hall fills with people like movie theater. Rows of seats, stage at front, board table raised like throne platform. Air thick with perfume and poison. Some women look at Liana with cold eyes like she stole something priceless from them. Some men stare like she is story they want to tell without caring about pain behind it. Liana's heart beats fast like drum hitting inside ribs. Adrian walks beside her, his presence heavy like shield made of silence. Mrs. Raymond sits at head of board, calm, eyes sharp like someone reading entire room without emotion. She taps mic, voice firm. We are here because of concerns shared by community. We will hear voices today, but respectfully. People shift, some annoyed by word respect. Raymond turns to Adrian. Mr. Shaw, thank you for coming. Adrian nods slightly, sitting beside Liana at front table. People whisper louder now. How dare a poor woman sit at board table? One board member, Mrs. Keller, stands first. She is elegant like winter ice, face tight with pride, voice sharp. This community has standards. We protect brand. We protect image. And last night, that image was damaged. She looks at Liana like she is stain on white cloth. We welcome charity. But personal involvement with guests outside our circle confuses our values. Adrian looks at her, but before he speaks, Mrs. Raymond stops him with raised hand and says coldly, let her finish. Keller continues, pretending kindness like sugar covering salt. We do not judge personal decisions. But we worry about message it sends. Blind date with single mother? Viral video? People think our values are cheap. Her words cut like knives aimed at heart behind smile. Liana listens, fingers twisting inside coat pocket, breath hard. Her throat dries. She wants to speak, but fear sits on tongue like rock. Keller finishes, we request explanation and assurance this situation will not continue. Room full of applause from some silent, and some uncomfortable because cruelty is loud shame hiding behind good hair and expensive earrings. Mrs. Raymond turns to Adrian, you may speak. Adrian stands slow, hands on table, voice steady like mountains. What damaged image last night was not a mother sitting with me. What damaged image was how people treated her. Some bored faces freeze. He continues, a woman was insulted for her clothes, laughed at for handmade gift, turned away because she came from bus not Bentley. Voices shift in seats. He looks at entire hall, eyes dark with anger controlled by respect. If this is our value, we are already cheap. Whispers grow like tiny waves inside hall. Then he looks at Liana, not at rich faces. This woman is not shame. She is strength. She raises child alone. Works 2 jobs. Came late because she cared. That is dignity. His voice softens. She did not come for money. She did not know my name. That means her heart is clean. Some people look down. Before Adrian sits, Keller stands again. Angry, all emotional stories aside, she is poor. Silence electric. Adrian's jaw tightens, voice like steel blade. Yes. She is poor in money. And rich in soul. You are opposite. Gasps fill hall. Keller sits, face burning red. Mrs. Raymond looks at Liana, her voice gentle. Liana, do you want to speak? Liana's hands shake. Her heart beats like drum of war. She stands slowly, legs weak, eyes full of tears she refuses to drop in front of enemies. She walks to mic like child walking into storm. She looks at faces, some cruel, some curious, some empty. She breathes once, sharp, and speaks, voice shaking like broken violin string. I didn't plan this. I didn't know he is CEO. I came for dinner. I came for smile. I came for one night where nobody laughs at my shoes. Her voice cracks on shoes. Hall silent. She continues, voice breaking stronger now. You talk like I am enemy of your image. But you don't know my life. You don't know night when I cried because I had no milk for my baby. You don't know day when daycare closed because of rule you voted. You don't know how many mothers begged for job back. Some people shift uncomfortably. She looks around with eyes full of pain. She lived alone. You think I want money? I want dignity, not diamonds. Her voice shakes but grows louder in courage. When you say I don't belong, you teach my daughter that love comes with price. That poor mothers don't deserve respect. That women without husbands are mistake. Tears fall from her eyes like truth flowing. People watch silent, phones lowered. She continues softer. I never asked to sit here. But I came late to my blind date because my child cried. And he waited. Nobody ever waited for me before. Her voice melts. Everyone feels weight of that sentence. You call it scandal. I call it kindness. Silence deep, heavy, soft. Someone in hall shouts cruel. Trying to break her. Shut up. Stop playing victim. People gasp. Liana's body freezes. Her breath stops. Eyes full of tears. But before pain hits her heart, Mrs. Raymond stands fast like storm rising. Voice full of authority that crushes cruelty. Sit down. Now. Man sits, scared. Raymond's voice sharp. This is not your kitchen gossip circle. This is public forum. She turns to Liana, her voice soft again. Continue if you want. Liana shakes head, tears falling. I said enough. She steps back, almost falling from weakness. Adrian catches her arm gently. She looks at him with eyes full of pain and love inside confusion. Raymond stands, voice loud. Listen carefully. You judged a mother for coming from bus. You judged woman for handmade gift. You judged person without knowing her truth. She points to board table. True values are tested when power meets vulnerability. And last night, power failed. Mother won. Some people clap softly. Then louder. Then louder. Hall fills with applause like rain hitting roof. Some clap because truth hit their heart. Some clap because they fear Raymond. Some clap because courage is beautiful even when they don't understand. But applause stops immediately when Keller stands again with document in hand. Her voice hard. Since we are talking about truth, let's show truth. She waves paper. This is from public records. 5 years ago, Liana's name is in criminal complaint. Theft from workplace. Gasps explode in hall. Everyone stares at Liana like she transformed into danger. Liana freezes. Her hands go cold. Breath disappears. Memory opens like wound. Images she tried to bury. Her old job at bakery. Accusation she didn't commit. Losing job. Crying for days. Nobody listening. Keller smiles like wolf showing teeth. A thief. And this is who CEO brings into our community. People whisper again. Louder, sharper, crueler than before. Thief mother, scam woman. She faked everything. He is blind with love. Liana shakes, tears falling unstoppable. Adrian feels rage like fire burning blood. His fists tight, jaw stone. He stands slow, eyes black with anger, voice low but deadly. You are proud of humiliating someone using incomplete truth. Keller smirks. Record is public. Adrian steps closer, voice sharp like knife slicing lies. I know this story. People stare confused. Adrian breathes deep, voice heavy. 5 years ago, bakery owner filed false complaint to avoid paying workers. She was scapegoat. Case dismissed. She has no conviction. Gasps. Keller's face falls. Adrian continues, louder now, like truth striking walls. She stayed silent because she had no money for lawyer. She lost job. She survived. That is not crime. That is hero. People silent now, silent like shame sitting on their tongues. Liana breathes heavy, tears falling. Adrian looks at her with pride. You didn't steal bread. You sacrificed heaven for child. Keller shakes head, angry losing weapon. Still, Raymond cuts her, voice like hammer. Sit down. You weaponized half-truth to destroy woman's dignity. That is disgusting. Keller sits. Whole hall still. Then Raymond says slowly, each word like heavy judgment. Her past does not shame her. Your behavior shames all of you. People clap, louder than before. Applause shaking walls, echo in hall like justice. Liana cries on stage, but tears now different, not shame tears, release tears. Adrian steps closer, holds her hand, not caring about cameras. She looks at him, eyes drowning in everything, whispers broken. Why do you fight for me? Adrian's voice soft like promise born from truth. Because nobody fought for my mother. And today, I fight for yours. Hall fills with applause again. Long, deep, heavy, many wipe eyes. Liana stands straight now, pain melted into strength. She looks at Hall, voice soft but sharp now. You think I came to take something? I came to show truth. Raymond nods, and truth has been shown. Meeting ends. People walk out slower, heads down, thinking about own cruelty. Some whisper apology. Some avoid her eyes. Some stare with respect they never felt for poor woman. Outside Hall, cold wind feels soft now, snow gentle like cotton. Liana stands near stairs, breathing heavy, heart open, tears still falling. Adrian beside her, quiet, watching her look at sky. She whispers, I thought this will break me. Adrian shakes head, it made you. She looks at him, voice shaking like music made of pain and hope, I'm not thief. He puts hand on her cheek gently, you are survivor. She breaks, hugs him, deep, real, not romantic fantasy. Human connection born from shared wounds. He holds her tight, like telling world he stands here without fear. Cameras click again. But today, images show dignity, not shame. Evening falls heavy like cloud full of stones. Everything in the HOA community looks quiet from distance. Lights glowing like stars trapped in glass windows. But inside those houses, voices move like poison under skin. Screens that stopped gossip during meeting now burn again with new fire. Dark rumor born from anger, spreading like smoke without fireproof walls. Keller sits in her luxury living room, eyes red with humiliation from losing battle in public. The applause for Liana still rings in her ears like insult, like storm that drowned her pride. She stares at ceiling, jaw tight, breath sharp, mind full of revenge ideas like broken glass pieces she wants to throw on someone else's life. She picks phone, calls number saved years ago, old landlord of Liana, man with cheap morals, mind sold for small money. He answers half-drunk voice, hello? Keller speaks slow and sharp, you remember the tenant, the girl with baby. He laughs dirty, the thief. Keller smiles cold, yes, her baby, who is the father? He laughs louder, she never said. Some rich guy maybe. Baby doesn't look like her. Keller's smile widens like snake stretching. Good. Listen carefully. She whispers plan, words sharp like knife making cut so deep it bleeds reputation. Landlord agrees fast when money comes first. Keller sends money like she is feeding monster she created. Within 1 hour, rumor explodes, group chats full, phones buzzing like angry bees. CEO is father of her child. He hid baby for years. She came back to trap him. DNA is same. Screens show message written by landlord, I lived next to them. Baby looks like him. She told me once father left because he is rich. People love fiction that feels like crime. They don't need truth when story tastes delicious. In small apartment, Liana cooks soup for her daughter, smiling weak, trying to forget weight of day. Child laughs while drawing stars, singing small made-up songs, air full of innocence that world tries to steal every minute. Liana checks phone casually, one message appears, so Adrian is father? Pitiful trap. Another, DNA test coming. Another, poor girl stole rich seed. Her hands freeze. Soup spoon falls on floor. Daughter looks up confused. Mema. Liana stumbles back, breath like broken air. Phone shaking in hand like it became bomb. She opens chat. 100 messages like spiders crawling into her heart. People calling her liar, cheater, gold digger. Broken woman using child for money. Her legs shake. Eyes flood. Breath disappears. Walls around her feel tight like they want to crush her. She sits slowly on chair, body heavy like stone dropped in water. She tries to understand how world turned from respect to animal hunger in few hours. Yesterday they called her thief. Today they call her liar mother. Tomorrow? What more can they take? She cries silently because daughter is watching. In his penthouse, Adrian receives same messages. His phone glows like trial fire. His assistant calls worried voice. Sir, rumor spreading fast. People say child is yours. Adrian stands still like statue carved from storm. His heart beats slow, dangerous. Eyes dark. Voice quiet but full of heat. Who started this? Assistant whispers, Keller. Adrian closes eyes, anger like thunder behind closed lids. He whispers, she attacks child now, not woman. He walks to window, looking down at city, lights moving like nervous blood. He remembers last night, small girl hugging his neck, calling clouds sky pillows in small broken pronunciation. Pain hits him like hammer. World trying to break innocent heart to hurt woman he cares for. He grabs coat, walks fast to elevator, assistant chasing behind. Sir, where are you going? Adrian's voice sharp like blade. To her. His mind full of fear that rumor might break Liana stronger than truth ever did. In apartment, Liana holds daughter hugging tight like she wants to hide child from world. She whispers broken, Mama is here. Nobody can hurt you. But inside she knows lie exists in safety. Gossip kills without entering house. Knock on door, gentle but urgent. Liana opens door with swollen eyes. Adrian stands there, breathing hard from fast driving, hair messy from wind, eyes full of pain. He sees her face, like glass that cracked without sound. He steps in, shuts door, kneels beside her, whispering, I saw everything. Tears fall from her eyes instantly. She hides face in his chest like child hides in mother. He holds her tight, arms full protection, voice choking, I am sorry. I am so sorry. She speaks broken words. They say you are father. They say I trapped you. They call my child shame. Adrian closes eyes, pain sharp like blade cutting inside. Your child is blessing. Shame is theirs. She cries harder. He puts his forehead on her hair, whispering quiet like secret prayer. Let them talk. Truth stronger than noise. Liana pulls back, eyes full, voice shaking like storm coming out of small bird. Truth never saved me. I was innocent and they took job. Now innocent again. They take dignity. Adrian holds her face gently, thumb wiping tears one by one. Truth didn't save you because you stood alone. Now you don't stand alone. She looks at him confused, lost, afraid. What will we do? Adrian breathes slow, eyes deep. We take the hardest path, the honest path. She frowns, heartbeat loud in ears. What path? He answers like truth falling heavy on earth. DNA test. Her mouth opens, breath stops, world silent for second. She whispers, why? Child is not yours. Why you accept test? Adrian's eyes painfully soft, because rumor will not die by words. It will die by proof. She shakes head, panic rising. They will laugh that you tested. They will insult you more. Adrian's voice strong now. Let them laugh. Let them insult. They are not stronger than truth. Tears fill her eyes again, because she never saw man protect her with his name like shield. Then she whispers, voice small, scared. And if test hurts you? Adrian whispers, it won't. Truth can't hurt innocent. She feels his faith like warm fire inside cold heart. Moments later, daughter climbs to Adrian's lap with toy in small hands, smiling. Adrian holds child gently, staring into her eyes full of stars, not questions. He whispers to Liana softly, child doesn't know world fighting outside. We must fight quietly so she never feels war. Liana nods, wiping tears fast, mother strength returning in chest. Next morning, sun bright like nothing happened. World cruel in its ability to forget real pain quickly. But HOA community remembers too well. Rumor spreads everywhere. Cars gather near clinic like circus audience waiting for show. Rich women wear sunglasses, pretending they are not interested, but every second their eyes move toward door. Men talk loud like they are experts in DNA science. Some laugh. Some judge. Some just wait for new gossip fuel. Inside clinic, white walls clean, silence heavy. Liana sits holding daughter on lap, heart beating like drum of war. Adrian sits beside them, hands together, fingers shaking slightly, not from doubt, from rage at world hurting two innocent hearts. Nurse calls them. They walk slow to lab room. Daughter laughs, thinking it is game. Adrian kisses child's forehead, whispering something soft like hope. They take small sample from child, then from Adrian. Liana watches like world stopping. She hates idea. Child forcefully pulled into adult cruelty. She whispers to lab assistant, voice soft, please be gentle. Assistant nods. Rumor outside grows huge like storm cloud. Word spreads fast, Adrian is father. Some scream, scandal. Some whisper, love story. Some laugh, trap failed. They leave clinic quietly. Report will take 2 days. 2 days that will feel like 2 years for Liana. 2 days world will chew her name like meat. Adrian holds her hand walking outside. Cameras everywhere. Phones recording like hungry eyes. But he looks calm, like man ready to burn kingdom rather than sacrifice dignity. At night, Adrian drives her home. Child sleeps in back seat, soft breath like life-forgiving world. Liana whispers, voice thin, why are you doing this? You will lose respect. Adrian looks ahead at road, voice steady, respect built on fear is dust. Respect built on truth is rock. She stares at him like he is something she never saw. Man who chooses pain over comfort. They reach apartment. Liana picks child slowly. Adrian walks her to door. She stops and turns, eyes full of gratitude and fear. I don't deserve you. Adrian's eyes deep, voice soft but powerful. You deserve world. You just don't have it yet. She breath catches. Tears rise. She whispers, I'm scared. He nods slowly, touching her hair gently, me too. But courage is walking while scared. She smiles small through tears. Most painful beautiful smile. She enters apartment. Adrian stands outside long time, staring at closed door like promise he wants to protect with everything. Later night, Kella sits in her living room, champagne in hand, 2 friends beside her laughing loud. Tomorrow, community will know baby is his. Kella smiles wide, not knowing she began war she cannot win. 2 days pass slow like winter crawling. Liana avoids phone, avoids world, avoids school mothers, whispers to daughter stories about sky pillows, trying to hide storm behind voice soft like lullaby. Adrian works but mind stuck in waiting, checking clock every 15 minutes. His assistant tries to distract him but nothing moves inside his head except 2 faces. Liana crying, child laughing. Finally, phone rings. Number from clinic. Adrian answers with steady breath hiding storm. Doctor speaks calm voice. Results ready. I can share. Silence heavy. Liana stands beside him in office. Hands tight. Nails digging in palm. Breath stuck. Adrian nods. Voice controlled. Tell me. Doctor answers slow, clear. Words like thunder hitting ground. DNA test confirms. 0 biological relationship. Child is not yours. Silence breaks like sky breaking open. Liana covers mouth. Tears burst like dam broken. Her body shakes from relief so sharp it feels like pain leaving bones. She falls on chair, sobbing loud. Relief louder than sorrow ever was. Adrian closes eyes, breath deep. Shoulders relax like he carried mountain and finally put it down. He opens eyes, looks at Liana. Not with disappointment, with pride. Pride that truth stood tall. Doctor continues, voice professional. This clears any false claim. Adrian replies soft, thank you. Call ends. Room silent except her crying. Crying of freedom, crying of life returning, crying of truth finally speaking voice louder than rumor. Adrian kneels beside her, hands holding her face gently. wiping tears gently like he is touching fragile glass. She whispers between sobs, "They won't stop." Adrian answers, voice like fire slowly burning through dark, "No. They will stop now. Because truth is weapon stronger than rumor." She shakes head, "They hurt my child." Adrian's voice full of pain, "Not anymore." She looks at him, breath shaky, voice small, "Promise." Adrian's eyes deep, voice like vow, "Promise." He stands, takes phone, sends email, not to board, to whole community, attaching official report. No words, only truth. Report travels faster than poison. Truth sometimes wins race. Within minutes, phones explode again. But this time silence follows after shock. Rumor dies like insect crushed under heavy shoe. People feel shame, some apologetic, some scared, some embarrassed, because they believed lie faster than truth. Keller receives report while laughing with friends. Her face turns white. Fingers drop glass. Heart goes cold. Everything she planned burned in one line. Friends leave quietly, not wanting to be near fall. Keller stands alone in large room, trembling, not from guilt, from fear of being exposed. In community hall, Mrs. Raymond reads report. She smiles small, truth finally loud. She whispers to herself, now real war begins, against lies. She calls meeting, but this time not to blame mother, to punish those who attacked her dignity. Later that night, Adrian drives to Liana's apartment again. She opens door with red eyes, face wet but peaceful. Child plays on floor, drawing 3 people holding hands under big circle she calls sun pillow. Liana looks at picture and cries again, because child always draws future without knowing shapes. Adrian sits. Liana sits beside him, silence heavy but soft. She whispers, thank you, for fighting storm. Adrian shakes head, voice gentle. You fought storm first. I just held umbrella. She laughs through tears, real laugh this time, not broken. He takes her hand, fingers warm, voice honest. This is not end. This is beginning. And beginning is hardest. She nods, eyes full of strength now, not just pain. She whispers, what next? He breathes slow, thinking deep like man with plan and heart. Next, we rebuild. Together. She whispers, together feels big. He smiles soft, eyes shining, together changes world. Child climbs in his lap again, small arms hugging his neck, laughing. He holds child like treasure world tried to break. Liana watches, heart full of love, fear, gratitude, pain. Everything humans feel when life gives second chance. Outside window, snow falls again. Slow, white, quiet. Like world trying to erase yesterday and draw new story. Night sleeps but minds don't, because some storms begin only after truth rises. Clouds outside are quiet like snow pillows in child's drawings, but inside Adrian's penthouse, there is no peace, only noise that nobody else can hear. Noise made of memories that tremble like soft broken glass. On the table lies a brown envelope, old, small, edges torn from time. Something his assistant found while digging documents to defend Liana. He didn't open it earlier because truth about DNA was heavy enough to drown one heart. But now everything is silent and he stands alone with envelope like it is ghost of past calling him by name. His fingers shake a little because he knows truth has many faces, some gentle, some burning. He opens envelope carefully. A small file falls out, papers yellow from age, ink faded like memory. On top is report from social services with child photo and woman's signature. Liana's name written slowly like someone signing with tired hope. He reads line by line, breath breaking, heart cold, eyes filling with water he never allowed to come out for years. The report shows something that breaks him from inside. Liana was abandoned by her own family when she was 17 after her mother died. She lived in foster care, and when she became pregnant, nobody supported her. She raised her daughter alone, working nights, studying days, fighting world without help. And last line hits him like hammer breaking his ribs. She once applied for help from charity organization created by his family, but request was rejected because board said she was not priority. Adrian sits slowly, weight of guilt pushing shoulders down. His family charity denied her when she needed it most. He breathes heavy like someone drowning in truth. He presses hand on eyes, tears falling quietly. First time he cried for someone else in many years. He whispers into empty room, voice breaking like small boy lost in big world. I'm sorry. You faced world alone while I lived comfortable. He sees image of her serving food with scars on fingers, laughing with cheap lipstick, crying outside hotel, standing in front of rich army without shaking voice. She is not weak, she is soldier of real life. His shoulders shake, tears dropping on papers like apology written without words. Morning arrives like challenge, sun sharp, air cold, everything ready for another battle. In small apartment, Liana prepares her daughter for school, packing lunch with shaking hands but trying to smile like nothing happened. She whispers to herself like prayer, "Today I stand strong, for her." She brushes child's hair carefully, kisses forehead, holding that small moment like diamond nobody can take away. They walk downstairs. Outside, some neighbors stare with mixed eyes. Shame, respect, confusion. Rumor died but heart still learning truth. One old woman stops her gently, voice soft like mother she never had. "I saw video. You are brave, child." Liana smiles small, eyes moist, whispering, "Thank you." These two words heal something inside her. Kindness from stranger is medicine world forgets to use. Meanwhile, in huge glass building, HOA board gathers again. Atmosphere heavy like storm waiting to break. Keller sits with tight jaw, trying to look strong though shame sits on her like invisible coat. She knows report destroyed her plan. But pride doesn't die easy. Pride is poison plant, roots deep. Other members look at her, some angry, some afraid of becoming target next. Mrs. Raymond enters room, calm like winter sea, cold but beautiful. She sits at head, voice sharp like morning bell. "We start now." Adrian arrives, but today something in him changed. Not in clothes, not in walk, in eyes. His eyes are wet but steady, like someone walking with pain that made him stronger not weaker. People whisper, "He cried," but nobody knows why yet. Meeting begins, Raymond speaks. "We saw truth. DNA confirmed child is not Adrian's. Rumor died. Now we must deal with those who created it." All eyes turn to Keller. She tries to defend, voice shaking behind fake confidence. "I acted for good of community. Rumor was already out. I just provided detail." Adrian stands, voice strong, anger controlled but deep. "You tried to destroy mother's dignity and child's identity to protect your pride." Keller opens mouth to speak but Raymond stops her. Silence. Keller sits, trembling. Raymond continues, voice like judge giving life lesson. "Community is not safe if people in power attack innocent. So board will vote, removal of Keller." Gasps echo. Keller's face drains color, eyes wide like someone falling from cliff she built. She stands, shouting panic. "You cannot remove me. I gave years to this place." Raymond responds calm. Years spent poisoning values. Members vote. Hands rise one by one. Majority support removal. Keller collapses in chair, defeated, pride dying slow and painful death. She whispers last attempt. She is nothing. She has no family, no background, no support. Raymond smiles slight. Deadliest smile is soft one. But she has something you don't, truth. Security escorts Keller out. Her eyes full of hate, but hate is powerless now. After meeting, Raymond turns to Adrian. "Bring her." Adrian nods and leaves fast, heart beating heavy with weight of secret he carries. He drives to apartment, knocks door, breath quick. Liana opens, surprised to see him early. He looks at her, eyes red, expression deep, like ocean hiding storm and tenderness. She touches his arm gently. "Are you okay?" He doesn't answer first. He holds folder like life story. He whispers, "I know everything now." She freezes, fear rising slowly. She thinks maybe new rumor found, maybe new attack planned. She whispers afraid, What you know?" Adrian breathes heavy, voice broken, "Your past." She steps back, heart shaking like bird in cage. Shame she buried under silence rises like ghost. She whispers weak, "Please, don't judge me for that time. I was alone. I had no choice." He steps closer fast, stops her before words hurt her own soul. "I am not judging. I am crying because of your pain." Tears fall from his eyes again. She has never seen man like him cry for her. She stares, eyes wide, like world tilted. He opens files slowly, showing papers with truth she tried to bury. Her childhood lost, mother gone, sleeping in shelters, working night jobs when other girls studied, pregnancy alone, giving birth without family, raising child with fire inside heart while world stepped on her dignity. She cries again, not because truth exposed, because someone finally saw entire story. Adrian holds her like truth holds broken heart, whispering, "You carried world on your shoulders when you were just girl, and you never let child feel hunger alone." He touches her hair gently. "I am ashamed that my family charity rejected you. We failed you." Liana shakes head, tears falling heavy. "Nobody gave me chance. I didn't expect help." Adrian's jaw tight, eyes shining wet. "You deserved help. You deserved support. You deserved protection." She sobs, "I had nothing, only her." He holds her face, voice shaking, "And you built everything from nothing." They stand in silence, heavy with love born from respect, not pity. Daughter wakes, sees mother crying, runs into arms, hugging tight. Adrian kneels, holding both, 3 hearts in one circle. He whispers to child, voice soft, "Your mother is hero." Child laughs, not understanding meaning but feeling love. Later, Adrian takes Liana to HOA Community Hall, where members wait, some ashamed, some curious. She walks with dignity that comes after surviving storms. People look at her differently now, not as rumor but as truth. Raymond speaks to Hall. "Today we apologize to Liana for harm caused." Silence deep. Raymond continues, "We judged without knowing story. She raised child alone with more strength than all of us combined." Clap begins, slow then louder, echo in hall like heart beating again. Some women cry silently, remembering times they had help while this girl had nothing. Some men look down ashamed that they mocked mother while sitting comfortable. Raymond finishes, "Today we rebuild community not for rich image, but for human dignity." Hall full applause. Liana stands beside Adrian, eyes full but steady. She bows head slightly, whispering thanks. After meeting, outside hall, neighbors approach to apologize. One young mother hugs Liana crying, "I was wrong, forgive me." Liana hugs back, learning strength of forgiveness. Another old man shakes Adrian's hand, "You changed us." Adrian nods, "She changed us." Liana looks up at him with eyes soft like sunrise, "You gave me voice." He smiles gently, "You already had voice. I just made them listen." Days pass. Rumor dies completely. Keller leaves community with bitterness. HOA opens daycare again. Mothers celebrate. And one small apartment becomes place of peace. Adrian visits often, not like rich man helping poor, like friend, partner, human being walking beside another through life storm. He reads child stories, cooks dinner sometimes badly, laughs when Liana laughs, sits in silence when pain memories return. Their connection grows slow, like plant growing through cracks in stone, silent but strong. One night, after long day, they sit at table drinking tea, child asleep, snow outside window falling soft like forgiveness from sky. Liana looks at him, voice soft like wind touching window. "Why did you stay after everything?" He looks at her with eyes full of calm truth. "Because I found something I searched for whole life, real." She smiles slow, tears forming again because happiness is scary after long pain. She whispers, "Real hurts sometimes." He nods gentle, but fake kills soul. Silence comfortable now, like 2 hearts breathing same air. Adrian places his hand on table open. She places hers on it slowly. Not fast love. Slow trust. Not fairy tale. Real life. Broken pieces making new art. Child wakes from sleep, walks small steps to them. Climbs chair, holds both their hands together, smiling. Liana and Adrian laugh softly. Child whispers, sky pillows outside. They look at window. Snow falling like soft pillows from heaven. Liana hugs child. Adrian watches them, heart full like never before. Camera of life fades slowly, not on rich house, not on luxury, but on small table, one candle, 3 hands holding, snow falling outside, simple love born from truth. Final narration sits in air like quiet poetry. Sometimes cold Christmas night gives warm beginning. Sometimes poorest woman teaches richest man value of love without price. Sometimes dignity is strongest revenge. Sometimes waiting is sign of love deeper than money.